Hey guys, thanks for coming back to On The Go Crypto. We are going to cover some brief quant news first in this video, then we're going to dive right into the meat of it, into the price pullout targets that you guys have been asking for. Again, remember, these are only my strategies, my pullouts. You do not have to do what I do because I do it, but feel free to take this as a guide to mold and shape your profit pullout targets in the bull run. I want to thank you guys for coming back for another quant video. Thank you guys, and please do go ahead and give the video a like, guys. You know that's all I ever need from you fine people, and I am very, very grateful for your support when you guys liking these videos. Let's get into this. We'll come back to this chart. The news is that Miles Braun, we all know Miles Braun has the alpha, but also San on Twitter has the alpha. So his Twitter handle is SanNL11. He has a lot of alpha. He's a big quant and link holder, both. He's one of the few people that understands both projects can succeed together. One does not have to fail for the other to succeed. He's got a lot of good alpha too, and he found this article. IMF head tells public sector to buckle up for the transition to digital currency. And for those of you that don't know who she is, this is Kristalina Georgieva. She is the CEO and managing director of the IMF. And well, really managing director. They don't have a CEO. But she was the CEO of the World Bank for several years before that. And she's been at the World Bank for a great number of years as a senior economist. But now she is sitting in a position of great power and influence as the managing director of the IMF. And whether people want to believe it or not, the IMF decides how you spend your money. We spend our money the way we do today because they allow it. They see that. They allow us to do that. That was their design. Okay, so and for people that don't believe that, I have a few videos on Quant and the IMF and sort of the more shadowy puppet string pulling nature of that organization. I recommend you guys go look. I'll try to remember to link those in the video at the end. The IMF absolutely designs fintech and financial regulation on a global scale. When they decide it's time to go digital, we're all going digital, whether we like it or not. We can either go digital or we can just not get to spend money. So this is the force that moves the tide of fintech and financial regulation worldwide. And right now it's this woman. So this is them telling us, hey, buckle up, guys. By the way, we're about to change everything. We just didn't tell you. We'll go ahead and dig right into the quant price, guys. So quant, I've got it here with Bitcoin. We'll go to the 30-day chart. I just want to show you guys this real quick before we do the pullout targets. I get a lot of people that tell me, oh, well, quant doesn't really follow Bitcoin like you say. Okay, yeah, it doesn't follow it to the decimal, guys, but like look right here, when Bitcoin ran up to 44K, okay? Ran up to 44K. Shortly, right thereafter, quant ran up to 112. So it moves at the same time. It's just not the same weight because we're obviously talking about two completely different price structures. So quant moved when that 44K move happened, and then you see here we're tethering even tighter to the Bitcoin dominance right here as we run out the 30-day chart. Price targets are going to be what you guys make them, okay? It depends on your bag. It depends on the person. You're going to see some slight pullouts at 200. I won't be a part of that. Those are the people that, quick flips got in here at the 80s and 90s in October, and they are going to look for a quick flip, and they're going to pull some profits at 200. It's just common sense. If I did that, that's what I would do as well. You're going to see major resistance between 4 and 480 around the previous all-time high, and then you will see some profit taking. If you are trying to just get out at that zone, I don't recommend that because you're going to leave a lot of money on the table. But if you were going to do that, I would do it before 400 because there will be another wave of pullouts. But for me, I'm doing a first wave of pullouts somewhere between $500 and $600 to get some more initial investment off the table. Between $500 and $600, and I'm saying that, guys, so that you don't tether down to the exact number that I am. I don't want anybody to do that because I want you to manage your own investment, guys, and don't run off of what I'm doing. I go super conservative, and sometimes I leave money on the table, full disclosure. So I don't want you to be in that position and then feel like you need to, be angry at me about that. So if I'm going to pull between $500 and $600, that's me. And I'm only doing that because I know quant is going so much higher, and that's a 20% allocation at the most, 15 to 20%. My next personal pullout target will be between $800 and $950. and that's just my preference. I think that we are going to be looking at an easy $1,200 to $2,200 quant, because there's going to be so much more money in this market, guys, than there ever has been before. We're going to be, instead of 3 trillion global crypto market cap, we're going to be around 5 or 6, in my opinion. So with that influx of capital, everything else rises. So I believe personally that a pullout between $800 and $950, and another 15 to 20%, is a smart play, letting the rest ride up again to the next level for me, which would be between 12 and 1400. And that is really just going to depend on the market activity at the time. And I think that you will find more confidence in quant once quant breaks that 950 zone and gets above 1,000. I think there will be a renewed sentiment, and people will have that confidence in, okay, quant was telling the truth the whole time. And I think we'll see more buys back in. I think we'll see more drive, more volume, and depending on where we are in the market cycle and how close we are to the top, I believe that that will be the determining factor of where the top of quant really is, which I think could absolutely end up being around the $2,000 zone. I plan on leaving a small allocation of quant to see where the top actually goes. And for me, if that allocation is just 5%, that's enough for me, because I've taken a lot of profits along the way, and all of those profits grew in value as we went up. Over and over and over, they grew in value. So I think that I won't be alone in my strategy. Let me know what you guys are going to do. I personally think that the volume will be the better indicator. Obviously, we're going to have to look at Bitcoin as well and what Bitcoin's doing. And this is all void of any black swan events, whether positive or negative. A black swan event that's super positive, say Elon Musk tweets about quant. I mean, for God's sake, we already know what that's going to do. Quant would be $1,000 by the end of the week. And negative effects, those can just bottom a market out. But aside from any black swan events, I personally think that quant could get up to anywhere between 12 and 15 totally easily, and then 2,200 on the high end. Now, I know that's conservative for a lot of people. A lot of people are calling for $3,000 to $5,000 quant, and I'm not fudding that at all. I hope it is too, and then my 5% total that I'm leaving in just in case, I will be able to count that money with you guys. So, don't think I'm fudding, because I'm not. I'm just super conservative because I've missed out on some gains in the past that I absolutely could have capitalized on because I was too greedy. So put the greed to the side, dial it down a little bit, guys. Dial up the intelligence this time around, and let's make this money together, okay? Let me know what you guys are going to do. That's really all I've got. Those are my thoughts on the price pullout targets. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. I know I sound super scared of riding the wave, but the problem with being a bag holder, guys, is there's nothing to celebrate about being a bag holder. Those of you that have felt that burn, that you guys understand. So let's make the money this time around. Let's not leave it for everybody else. That's what I've got, guys. Until the next one, stay calm and make that money. Thanks, guys.